IJAKUMO, the born-again stripper, started as a shabby, walked into her father's compound. There was all form of celebrations. This is a celebration for her father's 25th years, remember, and she came in to celebrate and dropped the flower at her father's graveyard. These women were saying some sort of prayers to her shabby that she did very well for coming for her father's 25th years burial remembrance. As she came to this ill pass, this is just a glimpse of the old things that have happened in her life. She started remembering some things that happened which really were painful to her. She was so sad and very, very angry. She left the place only to go back to her stay in Lagos. And this is her and her crew deciding to select some kind of girls. They were screening, and Ashabi was trying to select a perfect girl for the task she had for them, which was still very much unknown at the part of the scene. Ashabi said Sharon was the best for the task, though her crew disagreed and said why did she want Sharon. She said the crew has picked other ladies and they failed her woefully, that her mind is telling her that Sharon was the best for the task. They had no choice but to take Ashabi's decision since she was their boss. Praise and worship section happened as Sister Mary led the members of the church into the mode of worship and praises. Everybody was happy and they praised and worshiped God. Pastor Olajide came in and ministered to the audience and said, if God has touched your life or if God is putting it to your mind to lay some sort of offering or some sort of seed to the church, kindly come forth and drop your offering in form of money or dollar, naira or any currency to the front of the altar. The audience did not hesitate to listen to the calling of their pastor. They came immediately and started dropping their offering to the church. Sister Mary came in to see Pastor Olajide after the service, and Pastor Olajide said, Sister Mary really did well at the church today. You led us very well and you led us to worship under a very open heaven. God bless you, Sister Mary. And she said, Amen. Pastor, I need your help. I need some money. Pastor, our sister is very sick. And Pastor said, oh, the Lord is telling me to tell you this, that you should not put your trust in a man. Even as your pastor, do not put your trust in me, that because I am human and I can feel you. And she was like, okay, sir. And then pastor said, okay, let me share with you your experience. I've never taken any tablet since I started my ministry. God has been healing me. Then the secretary came in and gave him his drug, and she smiled a bit. Pastor Jide owned a very big church in Lagos regarding what the lines of the movie stated, and he was in a cult group with some other prestigious people in the society. They own and move billions of money. They were more like the power of the city. Olajide, do not forget, we are your God. Do not be rude to us. We made you who you are. We made you who you are. 20 years back, you came in and there's nobody. We picked you up from the street and made you who you are. Do not forget. Do not forget. That made him a bit pissed off. Olajide went to the nearest club nearby just to have fun. Then he noticed this nice stripper which he admired so much, and he paid $1 million to that for her because there was so much bidding on her. And then the stripper came to him. He removed the mask from the stripper's face only to discover it was somebody he knows, one of his church members. The next day in church, he asked the secretary to send some money to Sister Mary. Ashabi came to ask Sharon how far would they work. She said Sharon said she was on it and she's going to deliver successfully to her. Adewale and Pastor Olajide were both the leaders of the church. Sister Mary walked in to appreciate the pastor. Adewale stepped out to excuse the pastor and Sister Mary so that they could talk properly. Not long after, the wife came in and took her husband for lunch. Ashabi and a lady was playing drums into her ear. It sounds familiar, like the drum her father used to play. It sounds so much like her father's drum. Her father was very powerful, but he refused to do some rituals for Olajide when they were very young. Sister Mary led the church in praise and worship section, but the pastor's mind was not together. He kept on remembering her as a stripper in club. Sharon and Pastor Olajide are finally together. He was very happy about it. Then Sharon asked, why is the pastor doing these kind of things? That does he not fear that there's something called consequences of actions? And then Olajide explained how poor he used to be, and that was what led to everything he is doing today. They had to seek power in some places and go extra mile to get to who he is today. He said a bit about the story Ashabi and himself. He said a bit of their love story and how sweet it was back then. Sharon stood up from the bed and went to get a drink for herself. Olajide was about to take the drink, then a call came in asking that she should come immediately, that there's an emergency in their court group. Olajide hurried off, left the house. Sharon went searching Olajide's house. She discovered a secret room which needed a password to enter. They hacked into the password and discovered the password. Then Farah finally got what she was looking for and she was very happy about it. Sharon was about to come out, only to hear one voice calling Olajide, Olajide, my brother, and she had to hide. Then told her to patiently come out of the house without any notice. Olajide already went for the emergency. One of their cousin members was terribly ill to the point that it led to his death, and they're trying to investigate what was going on and what is actually wrong. The doctor called them to said finally he's dead, which was a bit painful to them. The flash contained all Olajide's assets. This means that Ashabi now have access to all Olajide assets.
How much did you say they have?
Like 1 billion.
More like $3.5 billion.
Sharon has successfully carried out her mission. Ashabi was very happy with her because she was the first girl to successfully complete the mission. She had hired 2 other girls which failed her woefully. She explained how Olajide's story and her love story went and how Olajide forcefully made her aborted her baby, and she was only destined to have only one baby, which made it so painful to her. Then she sought to see her father in heaven. She went consulting her father. Her father said, Ashabi, I am very disappointed in you. You hurt me so badly. You ended our generation already. Ashabi and her crew already distributed Olajide's money into the account of everybody defrauded by Olajide. Olajide was so furious because he has lost all his property and he was so ready for war. He was supposed to just escape peacefully. But no, he insisted on seeing Ashabi before he left. He was ready to fight Ashabi so powerfully because he felt he was so powerful than Ashabi already. And Ashabi said, is it the little power that Ore Baba made it for you guys yesterday? That was what made you guys think that I'm far powerful. Have you forgotten that my father is far powerful than you guys? And he started shooting, but he noticed that the gun could not penetrate. Even Ashabi could destroy the pistol with her power. Olajide was so furious. Olajide went and attacked Ashabi. What was she doing? He kept on shooting. Ashabi said some incantation and reversed all the bullets back to Olajide, which led to Olajide's death. Olajide's brother was so angry, then stabbed Ashabi from the back. Ashabi started ailing herself and she said, how could he? Is it because of the little power they gave them that made them think they were far powerful than her? They've seen death today that they've seen her. And that was how Adelawaletu died. Yeah, so pathetic. That is the end of IJAKUMO, and that is how Sharon lost her sister Mary because they were twins and Olajide mistook them for each other. So, in a nutshell, Mary died in the place of Sharon. Thanks for watching.